Tag show. Tag show. That's gonna leave a mark, Taylor.
That's undisputed because I'm undisputed.
Welcome to the result show, the mixed tag show with
Blue and Jenna.
Blue and Jenna. How are you? I know you tired. You're looking like me, like how I was on the.
I'm tired.
That was me when we had to record. Yeah, you had. I was
predictions.
I was like, let me not tell this, like prolong this, because I know I keep doing this to this man, but I was tired because I was up since 6 a.m.
Nah.
So pay attention.
Same here. I've been up since I was up like 4 o'clock in the morning to feed the baby, and I woke back up around like 9 because my body's trained to wake up around 8 or 9. So I've been up since then. So my body's like, yo, you need some sleep.
Yo,
So,
I don't know what it was.
I'll be fine.
I don't know what it was last night because I was watching the Versus with Too Short and E40 because I know a little something about the Bay Area, the A area.
Yo, I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah, because it was mad. Like they announced it literally when Ashanti and Keisha canceled, and then why follow the page, and then that's when they announced it. So since I'm like familiar because I used to date someone like years ago from the Bay. I used to I know a little bit about the artists and stuff. So, I was interested in what's my favorite word.
I heard about it. I heard about it the day of.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm thinking like, all right, that's gonna probably happen around Christmas time, maybe after Christmas for New Year's. And then after we recorded, and then I forgot what I was watching, and I was like, just take a quick look at my Instagram. And I see people like clowning the numbers. I'm like, yo, like I didn't even know this was happening tonight. Like,
I mean, that's probably
only like 100, 200 people that was watching it.
Like 250 only, which is kind of crazy to say only, but
well, compared to other numbers, yeah.
No, because the other numbers is like a lot of them have reached to 1 million,
yeah,
which is crazy. But I mean, listen. We're going off topic, but it was cool for what it. Yeah, it's cool for what it was. E40 had his slaps, as they say it. I remember tell me when the go was like it wound up getting kind of big. Tell me when.
That's probably the only song I know. That's probably the only song I know for him.
I'm sure you probably, if you heard a couple other songs, you'd be like, oh, that's E40, E40 water. Anyway, but that's not what we're here for. We're not here to talk about verses. We're here to talk about TLC. It just finished. So let's get right into it. What was the first match of the night?
So the first match of the night was Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles in a TLC match, which we're starting to see a pattern in WWE where they start off with a very strong match.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, I liked it, especially with the whole Miz cashing in. That was a good twist to it. I just felt like they should have at least let Sheamus come out and help out Drew a little bit, because it just felt like after a while it was just ridiculous. Like, wow, Drew's getting really overcoming all of this by himself. I don't know. That's just me though. I feel like he should have got a little help, and AJ should have won. What the fuck?
I mean, I think we both said Drew was gonna win.
Yeah, we both knew it was gonna happen.
I don't think we. Yeah, I think we were pretty spot on with our
predictions.
Yeah, we were really spot on with our predictions. Yeah, I mean, I thought the match was a little boring to start off with. Not even told you. It's what I said in the prediction show. Drew is is fine as a wrestler, but he's a little boring to me. So I was just like, I don't really want him to still be champion, but I knew that's what they were going with because it just seems like WWE is really behind him. And as you can see on my TV, he's on Broken Skull Sessions with Stone Cold. So they're really behind him.
It took some crazy bumps.
I mean, everyone took crazy bumps in this match. I just hated that the Miz cashed in and ultimately wasn't successful. And it just seems like this is the third year in a row. Like we always mentioned
4 out of 5
that Money in the Bank has been like
wasted.
Exactly. So that's what I was a little annoyed about.
To me, I didn't think he was gonna make it a triple threat. I thought he was coming in, cashing in on a pin, like his own match within a match, pin him, get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that's what was gonna happen.
What it typically is. Yeah,
so
no,
make it turn into a triple threat. Why? Why would you want to why would you cash in to put yourself in?
You lose the advantage, and then it's like,
right.
I know Drew is down, but it's like ultimately someone was gonna get up, and you weren't gonna win that easily unless these motherfuckers are all the way in the
right
in the seats or something. You know what I mean? And you run in.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, that was dumb, and not that whole cash-in thing was dumb. And I really foresaw that Miz would eventually have the WWE title. I think he's done a lot for the company.
The network.
Just in the company in general, like just being a company guy and doing like all this stuff, press and whatever. And I thought
it's something for like the USA Network in general. Like he's really Mr. USA right now.
Well, not outside of that, but I mean just the company in general, right? He's done a lot. Like whether it's
right.
he does cricket wireless thing with them, just mad stuff for WWE, and it's just like I felt like he was ready to eventually be WWE champion or Universal champion again, but whatever. So obviously Drew, like I said, Drew's gonna have that title to WrestleMania. There's no way he's losing it anytime soon.
All right. So the next match. What was the next match?
The Boss, the SmackDown Women's Champion. That never gets old. Saying that. Sasha Banks versus Carmella. What do we think about that match?
Sidebar. Did you know that Carmella really not from Staten Island?
She's from Massachusetts. I don't know if she's from Boston specifically, but she's from Massachusetts.
She was born in Massachusetts and raised in Pittsburgh.
I didn't know she was raised in Pittsburgh. I thought she was always from Massachusetts. Yeah, no, I knew she wasn't from Staten Island. She doesn't talk like she's from New York. You know what I mean? Like, fuck out of here. What are you saying?
I was baffled. I'm like, wait, what? Like,
yeah,
Staten Island is their own thing. So I'm like, all right, maybe I should get away with it, whatever. But then I'm like, somebody said it on Twitter, and I Googled it. I'm like, what? Like, yo.
I mean, I know Staten Island is not really New York if we don't claim it. But they still got the accent, a lot of, I guess, Italians live out there. Anyway, yeah, Shorty's not from New York, but I didn't want to blow up her spot. If you want to rep New York, you want to rep New York, I guess, whatever. But yeah,
that's crazy. Anyway, it was a decent match. It was
a really good match actually, a little more than decent.
Yeah, it was better than we usually get from Carmella. And I tweeted that, like, again, Sasha Banks give somebody their best match. We're not allowed to say that, but it's facts.
No, I'm going to talk my shit. I'm going to talk my shit. Sasha Banks, as always, everyone, their best match. Period.
So
that's just facts. It's not even opinion right now. It's just hardcore facts. Hardcore facts.
I ain't gonna hold you. They had a couple of moments where I was like, they're about to screw Sasha over 8 day.
Like, we already know as a Sasha fan, we gotta be on edge. Like,
yo, they about to really pull the trigger on Carmella right now.
Because there was a couple. I was like, "Ooh, no, this is getting hit." Because like I said on the pre-show, I am 1,000% confident she is retaining, but still, But I will tell you, and this is, again, I don't know how many times I can put Sasha over. It just shows how much of an elite talent she is, because like them kickouts at like 2 point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, and then she, kicks out. So.
And then homie getting involved, Reginald, they call him.
Reginald, aka Reggie. Yeah, no, it was a decent match. Carmella held her own, but I think again, that's just facing Sasha. Sasha will always bring the best out of everybody, no matter
And
who.
Carmella got better too. Not taking anything from Carmella. Carmella got way better.
I'm just
too.
listen. I don't think I've never thought Carmella was super bad in the ring. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you have someone elite like Sasha Banks, it's just you're just gonna have a good match, like you said on Twitter. That of course she gives someone their best match, and I didn't doubt that. So it was a really decent match, especially like those close calls in regards to the pins. But our girl ultimately won, and as a Sasha Banks fan, I am truly proud of her. The president, the leader as she calls it. Although I'm not taking that name. But anyway, as a Sasha Banks fan, and I think I can speak for both of us, I'm truly extremely proud of what she's accomplished this year. Like, she's rolled off all her wrongs, held every single major title, except for obviously the NXT titles, but in regards to the main rosters, has held every title, has literally, like, I don't know, since I can't even tell you, but I feel like every match, it's a strong year. She literally has at least, I'm not saying this was a match of the year candidate, but I want to say she has at least 3 top, like you can literally say when it's all said and done for this year, she will probably be in the top 10 with 3 or 4 matches in regards to match of the year. So, I mean, it's just, again, super proud of her, and it looks like we're finally getting that long title reign that we have been desperately.
She needs to hold it to WrestleMania. I want to hear shit.
She needs to hold it and win it, because that's the last thing that she needs to accomplish. Well, there's a couple of things, but WrestleMania in regards to winning, that we need to get that. So notice how I said we, because this is a collective.
Yes,
thing.
It's a family. It's a crew.
It's a family thing. It's a crew.
Next up, we had the Hurt Business versus New Day. They pulled the trigger like we expected them to with the Hurt Business. I was scared when he tied himself back in. I was like, hold up, don't do this again.
Like I said, I mentioned again in the prediction show, I just felt like, again, New Day is going to be the type of team now that, since they have so many title reigns, they're just going to be kind of just to put other people over at this particular moment, because there's not much that they can really do. There's nothing It's okay. Yeah, I mean, you accomplish a lot, and I'm pretty sure they're veteran talent. You understand what I'm saying? If it was someone that hasn't gotten their dues, then it'll be like, all right, what's up with that? But and they've held it for a long. It's not like it's been a short reign. It's not a memorable reign. So, and the Hurt Business, they've been decent. They're one of the few acts this year that's been pretty entertaining. And it hasn't been any silly moments with them. It's just been really straightforward. So yeah, they deserve it, absolutely.
How great is Shelton Benjamin in that ring? Like, I'm sitting here watching this man. I'm like,
Cedric is a really as many times you already know. Yeah, you gotta give them their dues. Like, they're all pretty good talent. They've been, again, killing it as a faction. It sucks that we're in a pandemic, so we can't really take it in like with the WWE universe. Right. But they deserve it. So, and it's nice. I
gotta get me a Hurt Business shirt.
I could see rocking a Hurt Business shirt. I'm not gonna buy it, but I can see it. If I got it for free or for something, I don't know.
What was the match after that?
The WWE Women's Tag Team match with, as we know, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax versus Asuka and a surprise teammate. I
spoiled this for you like 3 weeks ago. I already told you.
But you spoiled it. But like, the thing is, you already told me. But everyone, like, on my timeline was because again, when we spoke about this, it's like, who else? If Lana can't do it, Lacey and Peyton are in it together. Like, you told me actually what was gonna actually happen, but in the sense of like, when you logically speaking, who else could have been the one to really, unless you said Kyrie was coming back from Japan,
or maybe Naomi, because Naomi's drafted to Raw, I believe.
Naomi too, but there hasn't been talks in regards if she's been cleared yet to come back. So outside of that, and it was Charlotte was gonna come back sooner or later. They said this when she left. They literally said at the end of the year she would be back.
Yeah. It's
What did you?
the end of the year. It was okay match. I wasn't too invested in it only because I knew what was gonna happen, and I wasn't happy about it. Like now you have Asuka as a double champion again for what? Well, we already know.
This is the first time she's a double champion.
No, she was tag team Raw champion with Kyrie.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, she was. She was a Raw and tag team champion. That's why she was feuding with Sasha and Bailey. She was Raw champion and tag team
but
champion.
Sasha and Bailey were the tag team champions.
Before that, she was. I swear this is not the
Asuka
first
won
time doing this.
Before that, Becky had the title. Becky had the title since Mania.
Is it the first time?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like this is not the first? I feel like her Kyrie, she had 2 titles.
No,
I have to look this up. I'm not.
Because then they would have had. We have no Asuka name, like Asuka 2 belts or whatever. Like we don't have a name for that.
I gotta look this up. I feel like this happened already. If it didn't, I'm wrong. But even so, it's
as
stupid.
Always.
Not always. Either way, it's stupid. There's no reason why Asuka should be a tag team champion and Raw champion, and the Raw title hasn't been defended. The only people that she defended it so far since she won it was against Lana and Zelina. That's it. Like what's happening at Raw that you can't put a formidable opponent in front of her.
I mean, we have this conversation all the time. Like, anytime Asuka seems to get the title, the last time she had a memorable run outside of in the Kabuki Warriors was the NXT title. The last time she had a memorable title reign, and it sucks because she's like a top talent. Like she's top 5 in the WWE in regards to the women, like top 5, maybe even top 3. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you put the top 3, honestly. She top 3.
Yeah, but then you got to now include Charlotte, who's back, and you can't forget about Becky.
She's still top 3.
Who's top?
To me, in my opinion, the top two, in my opinion, is Sasha and Asuka. And everybody's falling behind. That's how I always put it. Those two could be interchangeable all they want. Everybody else just fall in line. That's how I always looked at it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would honestly say Sasha, Asuka, and then Bayley. But anyway, besides
and I wouldn't argue that. Anyway, we get off topic. Yeah, how did you feel about the match? I mean, she looked rested.
Charlotte, I will say, I'm gonna give her a pop. She looks amazing. She looked amazing.
Very crisp. She was very crisp
in the ring.
Crisp, like she didn't really miss too much of a step coming back. That's just my opinion.
I just think it was a little sloppy. This is what I last time, and I was thinking about this for the show. I was thinking that the last time I felt Charlotte was really on her A game, no bullshit, might have been 2016. Like consecutively, it might have been me because she was facing Sasha often. I don't know, but I just feel like with Charlotte, like she's a great talent. I'm not gonna say she's not, but I feel like she gets so like amped up that she gets a little sloppy. Yeah. Or then there's times where or when someone's not on her level, she doesn't necessarily put that intensity into a match like she should. So that's my thing with Charlotte. But the match was cool. It was nothing to be like, I'm interested to see what they do in regards to this tag team type, because now again, who's gonna face Asuka for this Raw title? I don't
Charlotte.
foresee.
Everybody know this is where it's going.
I don't foresee this babyface return being like this babyface turn really, being like long. She's gonna turn on this girl because she's better at being a heel than face. It was cool. It wasn't a bad match. It was whatever. Good for her that she's healthy and able to compete. I'm not necessarily like Right.
Nobody. I don't think anybody in my time, like maybe 1 or 2 would pop for it, but everybody else is like, okay, she's back.
Right. Everyone was like that, and I'm like, yo, the privilege, because like, yo, you come back and win a title.
Right, win a title and become Grand Slam champion.
But yeah.
The next match we had was the Roman versus Kevin Owens TLC match.
I tell you, ever since Roman has returned and this heel run, his matches and his interactions are so violent. Like, and I love it.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
so
yeah, it is. Like, there's a lot of spots with the tables. There's a lot of spots with the chairs. They actually
right.
utilized everything around them. I think that the first ladder match, the first TLC lacked that a lot. Yeah, there was some spots with the tables, and of course they have to use the ladder to win. But I feel like it could have been utilized a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? In their match. This one they used everything a lot, and at one point you actually thought Kevin Owens may be able to pull it off. And the entire time, I'm thinking like, yo, don't nobody want to help Kevin Owens? Like he's out here by himself. Like he got no friends.
People scared of Roman right now. That's what I take it as. But I agree. Like and I said this on Twitter, if it wasn't for the fact that we knew that we're witnessing KO versus Roman, and we know Roman's gonna go over, I would have thought, like, if this was like, let's say if this was Drew McIntyre he was facing, I would honestly believe that KO is winning. Right. You know, but we know what the deal is with Roman at this particular moment. So I was like, there's no way he's losing at TLC, a throwaway pay-per-view, the end of the year, to fucking Roman Reigns. So, but like the end definitely had me like, yo, I don't like. I knew what the result was gonna be, but I was like, you know, KO's out here like.
But that's what I'm about to say.
Everything at him.
So we say this about AJ a lot, that he deserves better. KO deserves a whole lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I agree.
you think about his NXT run, his ladder match with Finn Balor, which was phenomenal, was overshadowed. He even admitted it was like, yo, Sasha and Bayley just tore the house down. No matter what we did after that match, we would never be able to top that. But he's awesome in the ring, especially with ladders and like his IQ in the ring. Like, KO is very underrated in my opinion.
I mean, he's a great talent, and I agree. He deserves a lot more. I see definitely, and hopefully in the next future. And if we discuss like the top, like or some of the wrestlers that we believe should have a title run, KO and AJ are two guys that come instantly to mind that I think should eventually win a heavyweight title. So not like a mid-card title, but an actual heavyweight title. Those are two top talents, and there's no reason why KO shouldn't hold the Universal title or AJ holding the WWE title. So
how did you like Jay's involvement? Do you think it was too much, or you think it was just
no? It was because at the end of the day he's under Roman's spell. It's his cousin,
right.
You know, defend the bloodline. So I thought, honestly, what I was expecting, I thought Jimmy was ready to come back, and I thought when you saw everyone down and out, and then KO is coming, you know, getting back up and trying to go for the title, go up the ladder, I thought we would have saw Jimmy return. That's what I was honestly expecting. But so no, Jay's involvement is fine. He's under Roman's spell. The family whole thing got to defend it, protect the legacy. So I thought it was fine.
Okay. So what did we close the show out with?
The main event was the Firefly Fire match or Inferno match with the Fiend versus Randy Orton. Well, I forgot. Well, who did we say was gonna win?
We say Bray was supposed to win. We said the Fiend. That's probably the only thing we got wrong, which was stupid in my opinion. But
why? Why do you think it was stupid?
Well, I think you picked. I think you wanted.
I think Randy. Yeah.
I think you wanted.
Because you remember when because I was saying like Bray's really been like on him, and I know you saying this is revenge from a couple of years ago.
And that's why I felt like. I feel like with the Fiend, WWE just let it go, and it didn't reach the potential that it had. You know what I mean? Like the first time we seen Fiend, he no-selled everything against Seth Rollins. No-sell. Everything. Then when it came to go against Goldberg, that's when it became the demise of the Fiend, in my opinion. Because after that, he started, selling, whatever the case may be. And this match particularly, I felt like he no-sold some of the moves, and some of them he did sell to. But, he should have won. This is his house. Why is he losing in his domain. And when I saw Randy keep on his hoodie, I'm like, all right, Randy's about to eat this. Like, catch the flame on the jacket or something. And then when I see that it's the other way around, I was kind of disappointed. Like, I really thought the Fiend should have won.
Well, you also saw too that the Fiend had on a jacket. He doesn't wrestle with a jacket. So one of the two were gonna, like you said, eat this. And my only disappointment in that match, I'm fine with Randy winning just because, like I said, one, Randy has the experience in these type of matches. Two, I think he's been a really good talent for 2020. Three, he's been getting the Fiend or Bray has been really like at it with Randy, like on him. But I guess I was disappointed because Alexa wasn't involved.
She's
2020 is freaking weird that I'm saying Alexa. I'm disappointed Alexa wasn't involved. What do you mean she's on vacation?
She responded somewhere on the comment or something like that, like a week ago, that this was already a planned vacation that she had. Like it's from the beginning of the year type situation. So
okay.
That's why she was missing.
Okay, but regardless of that, I mean, outside of that's fine, but just that yeah, because she's been a big part of the storyline, and just all of a sudden for this to happen, which is weird. It's a planned vacation, and for that matter, like the vacation should have started Monday. You get what I'm saying? But then who knows? No one knows how they're going to be involved with it.
Was she there this past week? I don't think she was there this past week. That's why they was asking her like where she was at.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, whatever. No one knew that we were going to be in a pandemic and all these different things. So whatever. I'm not going to hold her. We all need vacations. But outside of that, like storyline purposes, I was disappointed that she wasn't involved since she's been a huge part of this storyline. But I had no complaints in regards to the match.
I didn't like that last situation where he actually like put him on fire.
I mean, we know he didn't put him on fire.
Right. But my thing is like by doing that, it feels like you killed off the character. Like,
or maybe not. Maybe it might be some. Is it because it might have been some shit with?
It was fine. You should have dipped. You should have dipped.
Yeah, but my thing is, we've seen, like you said, the Fiend like no sells anything and just comes back from the dead or whatever the case might be. And remember, Randy years ago had his Infernal match with the Undertaker, buried alive or whatever type match, buried the casket, and the Undertaker reappeared, like because these are like immortal type characters. So I expect the Fiend to just reappear and be like he ate that. So I'm not disappointed with that because it's been done before with the Undertaker.
That's different. The Undertaker is like it's covered up.
Yeah, but
so
you're still like
he disappeared before he hit. But this guy's like laying there on fire, and you're posing over his body as he's on fire.
I mean, the Fiend is this demonic, quote unquote, demonic, supernatural type character. It doesn't seem far fetched. Honestly, I know a lot of times we're like, oh, WWE writes shit that doesn't make sense. This honestly makes sense in regards to his character that he comes back because he ate that.
You know what doesn't make sense?
What?
Tag teaming and winning the title with the person that put you out in the first place. That doesn't make sense. Sorry.
Wait.
Charlotte and Asuka.
I mean, you should have brought that up when we was discussing it. But
I forgot to bring that up. I thought about it. I said it. I think I tweeted it or, whatever. But that don't make no sense. Like, you put me out and I'm going to come back and win the title with you and hug you and stuff. Like, no, this doesn't make sense. Anyway.
I mean, you know how WWE is. Apparently, we have amnesia. And then we become best friends, and like we want to fight the good fight and take down the evil doers.
Right.
Yeah, but that's it. Royal Rumble is in next year. We got a few more days left. Right, we have a few more days until the new year, and crazy that actually Royal Rumble is the 31st. Like literally, normally it would be earlier in January, like in some like 20. Something, but they're literally doing it on the last day of January. So
yeah,
to look forward to.
Yeah, hopefully they have some. Hopefully they use these 6 weeks to actually build up contenders.
Build up contenders. I mean, I know it won't happen next month, but hopefully in general, the country or the world gets back to normal now that we have a vaccine, so that we can start going back to normal life and going to shows and stuff.
So you didn't hear. There's like a hiccup with that.
I don't know. My hope for like I said, my hope for 2021, not to get too deep into it, is that we get to some type of normalcy with the vaccine and everything works.
I'm wearing a mask for the next 5 years, so I don't care.
Like, I'm wearing a mask too. I don't get how people hate wearing a mask. I can be like, I got a little zit here, like, I can wear a mask, and, like, I don't see it.
Like, come on, like.
I can be super ugly under a mask, like, and just y'all don't know who the fuck I am. Like, it's a beautiful thing.
It's for your health. Y'all making it seem like they're putting like a chain on your neck or making you wear a tattoo to identify. No, it's a mask. Anyway.
I'm forever wearing a mask. Like, I don't care.
Exactly.
Like,
this is for safety. That's the episode. That's the post show.
That is our last.
Next episode.
Is this our last episode of the year?
It might be because all the holidays fall on the weekends.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I think Christmas is on Friday. No.
Yeah, it's Friday, and New Year's on Friday.
Yeah, so and then they're probably gonna tape those, or so it's not gonna be live, it's probably just be whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's. I guess we can make this our last show. I don't know, unless something crazy happens.
Right, but, we'll come back.
Yeah, so we will see you guys in the new year, unless there's something big that happens. But we will see you in the new year. Have a happy holidays, and thank you for listening and watching to our show. If you haven't already,
Show on all socials.
Boom, follow us. Also subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, whatever you listen to
Google
this on.
Podcasts now.
And YouTube.
What was that?
Hold on. I don't know. You talk too much. Let's do a screenshot because, a thumbnail. Okay. Peace.